All right, we got daily duos number 6. We got On1 and Bacca. They're a duo from NA West, and they've been playing okay this season. This is week 2 Elite Weekly Cup Finals. Take a look. Here's what we have. They were 9th, so definitely not the best. One thing that kind of concerns me when I was just looking over this match history is this was the one good game that they had. So clearly things went wrong for this duo, and let's find out what they can do right when things do go right. But I mean, they seem to be fairly aggressive just looking at these elims. 5, 2, 2, 5, 8, 3. So maybe just more of an aggro team during these finals. We'll go ahead and take a look at this second place here, see what they're able to do, see how they play together in endgame, and see what we could take away from this. Now, neither of these two are going to wind up doing anything for the time being, so they're going to get their mats, they're going to get their loot. This is a far south team. First team we're seeing land all the way down at Synapse, and zone's going to pull up this way. Not a favorable zone for most. Getting Synapse all to themselves. They should have whatever they want, but doesn't look exactly like Synapse was kind to them with the Ranger AR on one, as well as a green Chrome AR on Bacca. So interesting to see. We'll keep this moving. Now, one thing that I've been interested in is we just had shield bubbles, as well as, oh my goodness, throwable launch pads. So launch pads are now in the inventory, and you can throw them, carry up to 2. We also have shield bubbles. I'll be interested to see what VODs look like after that, what players are using, who's using the new items, if they're being used. Chromes are also back, so after this we'll start looking at some Chrome VODs. Come Wednesday, I think we'll probably look at Middle East tomorrow, our first Middle East duo, and then go from there. But these guys just chilling. We see they're on extra loot here. Really smart play to get to this thing. Shoot up in the sky, make it deeper in the zone. It's pretty much center third where you want to be. Second, excuse me. And then they're going to put themselves even higher. But this should pretty much give them guaranteed third zone. And this is a good spot if you're them. So we just need to hit our shots. They are below surge, so this is the first time I'm seeing some issues. This could have been what they were running into, having trouble with the storm surge. And we see they're going to cap some mats, farm a little bit, and then wind up getting closer. This team is Peterbot, ridiculously good at this game. You know when a team starts doing this, right? If you're Peterbot, you're looking over. You see this team that's all the way over here start coming towards you. That is, you know they have surge. So what you're trying to do if you're Peterbot is draw out this fight. If you're Bacca On1, you're trying to get aggressive here, get this fight going. So they quickly get on the walls here. On1 and Bacca trying to put the pressure on. And for needing surge, they're not playing this too aggressively. See Peterbot already putting damage back, and they're just having this typical box fight. Typical box fight from a full distance away. Peterbot's going to grab the wall back. They get some damage on the Faxity. Now Faxity's on his back foot. No damage was really dealt backwards. These guys are going to look to finish this. Solid play by Bacca to block off the right. Faxity goes down, loses a one-on-one on one. Now Peterbot's kind of forced to take this. Otherwise, he's going to run. Accidentally gets himself fully in the box with them. And when there's 2 players on you, this is only a matter of time. It's a rough go at it. Not exactly what you want to see for Surge, but it's also not terrible if things go well. You just got to win a majority of those fights, and against the top players in the world, I don't know that anyone's going to do that. Although we will see a number of Surge fights happen. Like, this is going to happen. Players need to be prepared for when those surge fights happen. Peterbot Faxity, we're not prepared. At least not at the time. Oh. We're going to boot up the epic pen here. Alright, we do got our pen now, just in case we want to draw some. These guys are in a much better position, but now we should be getting active still, right? If this is me, and I'm trying to make sure I don't have to deal with surge ever again this game. I know we're 300 above, but that will continuously drop as we go on here. We got to be looking to get shots. Looking at some on edge. There we go. There's some more damage. It doesn't look like On1's really doing too much. He's kind of just chilling. Maybe he's a controller player? I'll look that up real quick. See if On1 is a controller player. Figure that out. Because if he is, that makes sense. If not, then we gotta get more active, my friend. We can't just be chilling. Alright. These guys do get zone here, so zone is going to pull in their favor. They're going to just build out, give themselves the ability to play high ground. Alright, now it does make sense. On1 is a controller player. So that makes a little more sense as to why he was just chilling. But in these stacked lobbies, you're going to have to be more active. You can't just be playing this as a solo, at least for Surge. Otherwise, these guys are going to be taking fights basically every game. They do pull 4th and 5th zone here. So this is exactly what you want to do. Build yourself up again. And you're chilling now, right? These guys just sitting up top, waiting. And all you're really trying to do at this point is avoid getting headshot sniped. Maybe we've had a problem of getting headshot sniped in the past, and that's why we are being a little more passive this game. I do think there's going to be opportunities for shots where you're not necessarily extending yourself too far. You see Bacca getting some more shots in. If you can get this thing to purple, that's huge. You really want to be able to get this rifle to purple here. And that's what he should be looking to do. Like right now, I'm trying to get this thing to purple so I can shred people. On1's putting damage out. I don't see Bacca being as active as I would have liked him to be during this rotate. Because there's plenty of players that were right on this edge area. This is basically the entire lobby. All of them rotated. So there's a lot of shots that were not taken at the time. Those will come back to bite you. It's not like the worst thing in the world, but personally, that purple where it's firing 4 shots is so good. I do like them getting ahead right away, so clearly understanding how to play high ground. There we go. Now it's purple. We just got to shift back. Make sure it actually looks purple. Alright. These guys chilling. Preemptively building. Giving themselves a layer to play off of. Then you just stay front side. Go back to your actually built mats. So that way you don't get chopped out. See, On1's going to drop some mats. Doing the good old back tart play. Just got to be careful when you're doing this. Not to get too focused on what's going down below you. Make sure you're protecting your teammate. We do see Bacca is going to get chopped out there. So if we just take a look. does not connect at any point here. That makes it very easy to chop these guys. Not that it really would have changed it, but we also have On1 is quite far back. So at this point, he's on the opposite end of zone, and Bacca is going to need to get back to him. You want to be closer as a duo, especially when teams are going to look to make a play, as we see Casker and Chimp are doing exactly that. On1's lucky to walk away from that. Straight up. That was a good play there by Casker and Chimp. I believe they chopped out. We'll go back, watch this real quick. We'll see if they were the ones that chopped out the duo's height position. Chimp and Casker right here. They're on backside. Okay, so it's somebody else that takes them out. But then they're looking to make a play. So somebody was going to make this play regardless. Even if Bacca didn't get chopped out. Which him getting chopped out is going to cause them to not even be able to fight for it. Because On1 takes basically 100 damage before he gets to do anything. Bacca does a good job getting back and supporting his teammate. And then Casker's also going to get chopped. So multiple height plays here. Chimp and Casker hold it for the time being. But let's look at our duo we're focusing on today. Check out what they can play as far as the tarp goes. They got pre-edited on there by the PSTNA G something duo. I can't speak right now. So going for the cheap tarps here. I don't necessarily mind this, but that's what you're going to run into. And if these guys are able to take that floor, you're quickly running into problems. So good extension out by Bacca, putting them in a different box, different area, not to get continuously pressured. Okay, he just clipped Favs. GG's. Thank you. That's a nice play. So the mechs are there. You know that. Love this sprint to front side low. Bro. They have 3 million chug splashes. 3 million. These guys could survive for 12 minutes. They could basically heal off and storm. None of that's actually true, so just ignore me. But all the mats here are on one. He uses his last few mats. Now we have to make a play from this position. We see putting pressure on. Trying to find the player to make a play on. Looks like Clicks is running around backside of Storm with no mats. Now I'm interested to see how these guys will play this. They don't really get a chance here to decide. Bacca's going to go down. Now it's up to On1. You see he's got all the chugs in the world. Oh my goodness. Look at all those chugs, bro. So he's got an inventory full of chugs. There's 2 more piles right here. Wild. He could get his duo back up if he has the time. If no one pressures him, yeah, which doesn't happen. He could have tried to get him back up and just throw in chugs. Looks like somebody stole a pile of the chugs. On1 hits the shots. Rubik's. GG's, bro. Still has basically unlimited chugs. The problem is the mats here. This is good recognition to go back to your teammate, play chugs, get his mats. This is what I would recommend doing. Someone stole it from him. Jeez. Aaron Jug is at 62, by the way. 62 home runs. Psh, broke Roger Maris record. If you guys don't know that, watch some baseball. Now, I mean, this is as well as you could play it. When you have that many chugs, that's pretty much what you have to do. Now it's a 2v1. He's got no mats to play off of. Tries to make it down. Able to get siphon materials. But by the time those register in your inventory, he doesn't even have time to turn around. So, quite shambles. Not the best executed as far as high ground play goes. Way too far away. Did not connect enough to keep themselves safe. And then when it came to mid ground, the tarps were okay. I didn't necessarily think they were good nor bad. And then it was just that execution, finding those refreshes to extend your game here towards the end and make sure you could take home one of these top spots. If they don't have unlimited chug splashes, going down like 7th or 8th. So Storm Surge, full strategic planning in endgame, whether it be high ground, mid ground, low ground, whatever they want to play, and then executing on that. Need to see that from this duo moving forward, but nonetheless, not too bad from a duo on West. Hope to see some more improvement from them as the season goes on.